Okay, so I know it was really recently that I just reviewed the Aragon Divemaster NH35, the bright orange one on the bright orange strap, and did a full review of that. Today we're going to do a really quick kind of follow-up review of a slightly different watch because I went ahead and picked up a different version of that. I got the white dialed Quartz GMT version now, and I'm just going to do a quick overview of that one because one of my biggest complaints about the orange one, I loved everything about it, but it was just so hard to kind of wear with what I normally wear out of the house. So this is a much more conservative looking Divemaster that has a lot of similarities. So this is going to be kind of a mini review to sort of just show off some of the differences between this one. And yeah, be sure to check out the previous review of the Divemaster because that's going to be a more thorough one. But this is going to be a quick follow-up for that. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the differences. So right away, the most obvious difference between this one and the NH35 version is the movement. This one has a Quartz GMT movement, so you're losing that Seiko NH35 automatic movement, and instead you're gaining a GMT function with it. So that red hand on it is a GMT hand. It corresponds to the numbers on the bezel. The bezel now is not a unidirectional bezel. It's a fixed bezel, and that's what you use to tell the time for the second time zone. Another interesting thing is you might have noticed is that the sides are polished instead of brushed. So on the other one it had brushed sides, which I kind of liked a little bit better, but it's not that big a deal. Also in line with that, this one is only 16 millimeters tall instead of 17. Other than that, it's very similar build, very similar case. Same strap, except this time it's in gray instead of orange. Still the same very comfortable strap, but I wasn't a fan of the color on this one, even though again overall it's a very, very comfortable strap. But yeah, so comparing this one to the NH35, with the orange dial, like it's kind of like a head versus heart thing. Like I really, really liked the orange dial on the other one. I really liked that automatic movement. But again, it was sort of difficult for me to kind of wear it out. It was such a loud, big watch. Again, I was trying to tone it down. And so this is, I think, a much more practical look. Plus, you're getting that GMT complication, which is, one of my favorite complications on a watch. So having that is a great plus. I really like the white dial. I mean, I wish it was kind of maybe like a silver sunburst, maybe a little bit flashier, but that flat white, I think it looks really sharp, really clean, especially with the black outlines on the indices and then the red accents on that GMT hand and around the date wheel. So overall, just a really clean, sharp look that is extremely versatile. I started putting this on a bunch of different straps and found that it fit with most of the ones that I could pair it with, and so I was really happy with that too. So I think overall this is something that I'll probably wear more often than I would the orange one. One kind of little bit downside, so the bezel is loomed, which is awesome, but the GMT hand is not, so it doesn't really work for GMT in the dark. You can't really see the second time zone in the dark because you can't see it. But let's look at some straps. So here's on a red silicone strap, and that's one of the first things that I put it on. That matches, I think, really well with the red accents on the watch, and I really like just the color combination a lot better than the gray one that it came with. So probably I'm going to be using it on this red silicone strap way more often than the gray one, especially if I going in the water and taking to the beach and things. This is probably the strap that I'll use. But I also tried on some other straps that I had to sort of see the versatility, and yeah, so let's take a look at some of those. So here it's on a metal bracelet, which I think it also looks really good on. I think you get kind of a very tough, masculine look when you put this big of a watch on a metal bracelet like that. It's maybe not as comfortable as the rubber or silicone, but still a very nice look. But for me, it's probably not one that I'll be using on this watch too often. I prefer the silicone. And in line with that, let's look at what we got next. Yeah, we put it on a leather strap. So I know some people are kind of complain about putting dive watches on leather straps because leather is not waterproof, but I think it's a great look, and if you're not going to be going swimming that day, I think it's totally appropriate. I think it looks really clean and sharp, especially with this, again, white dial. Looks great with that. Another strap, go with a Nato. Yeah, it looks good on a Nato. It's comfortable, but the thing I don't like about it is that the Nato, since it has the strap running underneath the watch, it's going to make it taller, and it's already 16 millimeters. So this is going to jump it up another millimeter or two, which I think, you know, kind of makes it a little too prominent for me. So I didn't go with that too often. Finally, we got it on this black rally strap that I have, and I kind of forgot about this strap, but I think it looks great. I think rally straps really go well with white dialed watches, so I really kind of like putting it on there, so I might keep it on there for a while. But yeah, so that's been the compare, kind of a quick overview of the differences between the two watches. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, please subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you next time. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.